Welcome to ASEAN Today. I'm PR Kanghel of the Philippines GMA Network in Manila.
Salamat berjumpa lagi. I'm Dalton Tanonaka of Indonesia's Metro TV at the ASEAN Secretariat in Jakarta, and this is your monthly look at the dynamic Southeast Asia region. And we begin here at ASEAN headquarters, where regional diplomats and global partners welcomed a new leader. Vietnam's Lưu Long Minh was officially installed as Secretary General in a ceremony on January 9th. Minh is a career diplomat, last serving as Deputy Foreign Minister. Previous postings include New York and Geneva. The handover event was officiated by Indonesia's Foreign Minister Marty Natalegawa. It was also where ASEAN thanked and said goodbye to Sudin Pitsuwan, who is heading to a teaching position in Thailand. We will hear from Secretary General Minh in our hot seat interview shortly in this program. Indonesia's Natalegawa had just returned from a two-day mission in Myanmar's Rakhine State, where violence has displaced thousands of residents. Natalegawa said immediate help is needed to rebuild and reconcile in the area hit by sectarian conflict between Muslim Rohingyas and Buddhist Rakhines that began last May. Indonesia is providing humanitarian aid worth $1 million. Natalegawa visited several camps where displaced residents found refuge from the violence.
The people in the affected communities have been very welcoming as well into Indonesia's engagement, but we must deliver quickly. We don't wish to see a situation of prolonged emergency of this type. We must quickly move beyond the emergency phase into reconstruction, rehabilitation.
More than 100 people have been killed and thousands of homes burned in this conflict.
A few days earlier, Myanmar celebrated the 65th anniversary of its independence. Thousands of military personnel, government officials, and residents took part in this parade in the capital Nai Pi Tao on January 4th. Vice President Sai Mauk Kam addressed the nation in the annual event, calling for a peaceful society. The celebration was held a day after military airstrikes against rebels in Myanmar's northern Kachin district. In Cambodia, the ruling People's Party and supporters marked the 34th anniversary of the fall of the Khmer Rouge regime on January 7th. The day is commemorated as the country's second birth. 10,000 people attended this rally wearing party t-shirts and caps. Government leaders during the Vietnamese occupation addressed the gathering. There were also performances of traditional Khmer dancers and drummers. Doves were released as symbols of peace. A Vietnamese national was arrested in Thailand for having more than $500,000 worth of rhinoceros horn. Customs agents grabbed Pan Quang Lok when he came through Bangkok's international airport from Ethiopia on January 6th. In his luggage were 4 horns in all, cut into 6 sections with a total weight of 10 kilograms. X-ray machines located the pieces packed in a large hollow clay model of a hippopotamus. Rhino horn is made of keratin, believed to cure illnesses in powdered form. There has been a huge surge in rhino killings in the past few years, with more than 600 reported in South Africa last year. The animal is an endangered species protected by international law.
A party in Jakarta marked the beginning of a year of celebrations observing the 40th year of ASEAN-Japan relations. Japan's ASEAN ambassador Kimihiro Ishikane offered ongoing support through diplomatic and financial assistance. He read a message from Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who had been visiting Indonesia on January 18th.
With the visit of Prime Minister as the first destination of his foreign visit, Prime Minister Abe himself would like to demonstrate the political commitment on the part of Japan with regard to our partnership of ASEAN.
Japan was the first dialogue partner to establish a resident ambassador to ASEAN in 2010. Indonesia,
move over. Thailand is now producing a specialty coffee with a similar source but higher in price. ASEAN Today's Zelda Savitri explains.
If you're an adventurous coffee lover, then Thailand's black ivory coffee is one to try. This beverage is made from beans that have passed through an elephant's digestive system, similar to Indonesia's luwak coffee that produced by civets. The man behind this business is Canadian Blake Dinkin. He says the elephant's physiology and herbivore diet combine to create a unique taste.
When an elephant eats coffee, there's an enzymatic reaction, so there's acid in the stomach, and that breaks down the protein found in coffee. So protein's one of the factors responsible for bitterness. And so as a result, you've got a coffee without the bitterness of regular coffee.
It takes 33 kilograms of coffee beans fed to the animals to produce 1 kilogram of suitable beans. The undigested beans are hand-picked from the elephant's dung before going through careful and secret processes. Blake has spent 9 years and a total of $300,000 developing his specialty product. But it's paying off. 1 kilo of black ivory sells for $1,100. Only 70 kilograms have been produced to date, making it even more exclusive and special.
I loved it. It was something different. There's definitely something wild about it that I can't put a name on.
Very interesting, very novel. The flavor's nice.
Plans are to boost production sixfold this year. If successful, this coffee collaboration between man and beast will pump out profits that will more than return Dinkin's investment. Zelda Savitri for ASEAN Today.
More ASEAN Today is coming up shortly.
And we will hear directly from the new leader of ASEAN, Lulong Min, on territorial conflicts and the role of the Secretary General next.
You're watching ASEAN Today.
And this month we come to you from Manila and Jakarta. Brunei says it will pursue a binding code of conduct in the territorial conflict in the South China Sea. This year's ASEAN chair hopes to reduce tensions over claims by China in the area rich in oil and vital to global shipping. ASEAN members Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and the Philippines all have claims in the disputed waters. China and some states want to negotiate between themselves. ASEAN is calling for a group resolution. The South China Sea issue is one of the new ASEAN leaders' pressing matters. Lulong Min faced the news media for the first time at the ASEAN Secretariat in Jakarta on January 9th. He began by addressing the territorial conflict.
I think the priority for ASEAN and China now is to engage early in negotiations with the view to having an early conclusion.